r/entitled parents. You stole cheese so you should give it to me. I finally have something to post on here. Not sure if that's a good or bad thing, but I gladly post it here. For starters, first time poster, on mobile, English isn't my first language, too long didn't read at the bottom, you know the drill. So a little background information. I'm a 22 years old girl, working in a pretty big cheese factory, and every month we get a huge block of cheese from the factory to take home with us. Since the cheese is made in the factory I work, it is wrapped in plastic foil, and it doesn't have any brand name or logo written on it or whatsoever. This will be important information for later in the story. Today was a day we received a block of cheese, and when I was done with work, I went to the supermarket to do some groceries. My cheese was in my backpack when I was using the self-checkout, that thing where you can scan your own groceries and pay without having contact with a cashier. While I was scanning my groceries, there was a woman next to me entitled parent who looked well like a 40-year-old who still thinks she is 15. She was giving me weird looks while I was putting the groceries in my bag, but I thought nothing of it since people often look weird at me after I go somewhere after work. As you can expect, working in a cheese factory doesn't exactly give you a nice body odor. I've been given comments about this from strangers from time to time, but when I say that I work with cheese, they apologize and say they understand. Until she decided to speak to me.
OP. Guess who? Me.
EP. The Karen with a midlife crisis.
SA. Store attendant.
SM. Supermarket manager.
And the narrator.
Excuse me.
Sorry, what's the problem, madam?
I think you forgot to scan that block of cheese.
Points to block of cheese in my bag.
Oh, sorry, but that's not from here. I work in a factory where we get these every month for free, but I understand the confusion.
So you stole it?
No madam, like I said, every employee gets cheese from the company. I didn't steal anything.
By this time I was done with checking out, and I was feeling kind of anxious by her accusation, so I grabbed everything and left quickly to refrain from the discussion getting out of hand and went to the customer service counter to buy cigarettes. In my country you have to buy them there. At this moment I thought it was over, but as always with entitled parents, it's never over when you think you lost them. As I was paying for the cigarettes, EP decided to show up behind me and started screaming in the most awful voice.
She is stealing. I caught her, but she is lying and is trying to get away with it. This is why this country is becoming more of a shit show.
Me turning around with the biggest really bruh face.
Madam, I just told you that.
Check her bag. There is a huge block of cheese there that she is trying to steal.
Faces towards me.
Madam, may I check your bag?
I say no problem and grab the block of cheese while I explain her about the free cheese deal from my company. All this while EP is screaming lies in the background. In the meanwhile, SM noticed the ruckus and came to ask what was happening. Of course, EP immediately faces towards her and starts ranting about how they dared to allow thieves in their store. SM faces towards me and asks,
Miss, is this true?
Not in the slightest. Like I just said to your colleague, I get this cheese from work every month. You can even check security cameras if you'd like.
Yes, do that. She is trying to get away with it.
And then suddenly SA decided to say something.
Store manager, I think the young girl isn't lying. This cheese is wrapped in plastic foil, and it doesn't have any brand name, nor do we sell fresh blocks of cheese here.
They only sell packaged blocks. After hearing this, EP face turns pale. And again, when I thought it was over, it wasn't.
Well then, if you got it for free, you should give it to me, since I am a stay-at-home mother, and I deserve it more. Give it to me.
OP, SA, SM. 10 seconds of absolute silence to think about what the hell was actually happening.
Madam, please keep it down. This girl didn't steal anything nor bothered anyone, so let her be, or else I'm going to ask you to leave.
But it's not fair. I am a stay-at-home mom, so I am an essential worker, so I deserve it, and not this young brat.
But she got this from work, and if she is still working, doesn't that make her an essential worker?
After this, EP Usain bolted out of the store while mumbling something about immigrants getting everything they want. I'm not an immigrant, but since I have dark hair and eyes, people never believe me when I say I don't have roots from any other country. I thanked the store manager and attendant and apologized for wasting their time on such a weird matter. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel.